Hey folks, welcome back. This is Chris, and I've got a question. Where did South Africa's journalists go to school? I went to Ohio University, and we had the Scripps Howard School of Journalism. We also had a radio television program there, which is very famous in America. Many top broadcasting journalists actually attend Ohio University, so I'm a little bit familiar with that. But now my question here for where the journalists go to school in South Africa. How do they get their degrees in journalism? Do they have degrees in journalism? I'm sure some don't, but you think many would, huh? Do these publications have actual editors, or are those just patronage positions doled out so that people can get fatter and lazier? I ask because basic, simple facts are often incorrect in South Africa's mainstream media. Now, everyone's entitled to make mistakes, even journalists, especially if they're reporting on breaking news. Things can be confused, information is often incorrect in the heat of the moment, like when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. You have to be careful as a reporter, but you can make a mistake. When a reporter writes a story about social media posts, it's hardly a fast-changing situation, which brings me to this article in the Independent Online. Gareth Cliff's reaction to Charlie Kirk's killing sparks heated online debate. Did it really? Somehow I doubt it took a tweet from Gareth Cliff to spark this debate, and after reading many of the responses to his tweet, it seems most of those responding were sympathetic, not really offering any debate except for a few trolls. But the title is not the issue here. Rather, the following is what caught my attention. In his tribute to Kirk, Cliff dedicated a special episode on his YouTube channel, Truth Report, to discuss the impact of Kirk's life and his commitment to free speech, truth-telling, and the pro-life movement. Now, it's pretty obvious that the journalist didn't even bother to watch the video because it's not Gareth Cliff's video. It's a compilation of multiple content creators. And the Truth Report is not Gareth Cliff's YouTube channel. He's one of many content creators involved in the project, but it's not Gareth Cliff's channel. Gareth's YouTube channel is called The Real Network and has been for quite some time now. Now, I presume that the Independent Line journalist thought that the Truth Report is his based on this retweet from a Truth Report posting on X about a tribute video, which Gareth retweeted. The journalist clearly did not bother to watch the video in question. While Cliff narrates, the 29-minute video is comprised of Truth Report contributors like Ronaldo Jos, Joe Emilio, and others offering their thoughts on the death of Charlie Kirk. Clearly not a Gareth Cliff video, and certainly not on Cliff's channel. For the past few months, the Truth Report has been in mainstream South African news, largely because of Rob Hirsal's founding role in the project. Even a cursory bit of research would have revealed that to be the case. Additionally, has the journalist ever even watched Gareth Cliff? If she did, she would be familiar with the Real Network. So how do we get these errors? It would appear that much of what passes for news reportage in South Africa is simply the legacy media scouring X for stories and reporting on what influencers say or do. Now, I'm not basing this solely off of this erroneous article, but rather a long-standing and quite annoying trend. So many times over the past few years, I've seen this happen over and over again, especially in the Independent Line, the Daily Maverick, and the South African. They go to social media and create stories off of social media and don't do basic research. Folks, that's not journalism, nor is it even news reporting. It's little more than the gossip sheets. Now, my question is, does the press ombudsman have any role in calling out this sort of reportage? It's pathetic. It's sad. Even a cursory understanding of what's going on here would reveal that that was not Gareth Cliff's video on his channel. That was a Truth Report compilation of content creators who shared their thoughts, and he narrated it on the Truth Report. I mean, look, you may say, well, you're being ticky-tacky. I'm not. This is an important distinction. If something as simple as reporting on Gareth Cliff narrating a video on the Truth Report is wrong, what does that mean about real news? What does that mean about what's actually happening in South Africa? And it also explains an awful lot about why South African media are so reticent to investigate and report on Pala Pala in any meaningful way, or Digital Vibes, or Sandile Gumeda. The list goes on and on. All the corruption in South Africa, the job of the fourth estate is to hold the government accountable to the people and report the news objectively. That isn't happening in South Africa. And this is another example of it. Searching for news to create news, and not even bothering to do basic research. Simply seeing a tweet and generating a story off of that. That's ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. It's not news. It's not journalism. It's a sensationalism at best. It's the gossip sheets. And that's the state of journalism in South Africa. And I can run this across almost every one of the media outlets and find stories like this every day. It's sad. It's pathetic. And this is why people turn to alternative news, where people actually do research, where people are erudite, people are educated, people know what they're talking about. No, not all of them. A lot of people are talking out their backside, but there are plenty of knowledgeable, informed, insightful, cogent, lucid, and thoughtful commentators and journalists out there in the independent sector. What say you, South Africa world? Cheers.